welcome to Nick's Noob. In this video, I'm going to show you how to animate SVGs using friction. So the first thing we need is an SVG to animate. So we're just going to create one using Inkscape. You could also download a SVG from the web. But I'm just going to go to Graphics and go to Inkscape. And I think we're just going to animate a smiley face. So I'm just going to make a little, start with a circle. And I'll just go File, Document Properties. Document Properties, set that to be same size as my content. All right, now I'll just scale my little smiley guy down a little bit and center him to my document. So align him to the page, center. And then I'm going to make him yellow. And zoom in. And let's just give him the standard smiley face eyes. I think those are usually just solid black. Control C, Control Alt V. Somewhere like that. And let's just move those as a group. Nope. Wanted to move those as a group. The page, there we go. And then let's just create a line for his mouth. So I'm just going to make a straight line. And then bring that down. And right now it looks like we have a fill on that. I don't want to fill on that, so let's go ahead and move that. Oop. I could also just use a half circle and cut it. But we don't want to fill on that, so let's remove the fill. There we go. And let's align that to our document. There we go. So we've got a little smiley. This is what we're going to animate. I'm going to save this. File, save as. I'm just going to call it smiley.svg. And if you would like a tutorial on how to use Inkscape, Inkscape's a really great vector drawing tool. And vector is basically graphics created out of mathematically approximated splines and points, so it's resolution independent. If you'd like a tutorial on how to use Inkscape, it's a big program. There's a lot to it. So if you have a specific use case, let me know. Let's see, I think I accidentally saved this into a video that I was doing on Inkscape Basics. Yep, cut. Let's just put this guy on our desktop. Paste. Okay, so we have our smiley SVG on the desktop. Now we're ready for the fun part. For the fun part, we're going to grab friction. And friction currently is not in the repos, but you can download it from friction.graphics. And this is a really cool motion graphics animation tool for SVG. And so I'm going to open that up. Okay, and so we're just going to start new file, scene 0, and we're just going to leave that at video resolution. Say OK. By default, it makes us a 300 frame animation. And then we're going to come over here and import our SVG. So we'll import that smiley SVG. And then we'll come down to this SVG and we'll go to transform. And I am going to scale that like 14 pixels, 14 times. So scale that 14 times and move that to the middle here. All right. And so now we're ready to start animating him. One thing I should have done when I was creating the SVG is I should have given these paths names. So if I hide that path, I can see that's the mouth. I'm going to rename that mouth. This will just make the animation a lot easier. And then let's see, hide that. That's his right eye. Rename our eye. Okay. Oh, doesn't like that character. Right eye. Is it the dash in there? Yeah, it doesn't like the dash. Right eye. Okay. And then this one is the left eye. Rename left eye. And then the next one should be our Smiley himself. Yep, so we'll rename that Smiley. Okay, so now we're ready to start animating. And basically the way this works is we can just come in here and select what we want to animate. I don't want to animate the scale, so if I unselect that, it's going to remove that keyframe. But so we're going to want to animate his eyes. See, I think I'm going to just make him go from like, I think I'll make him wink, and then I think I'll make him turn like angry and then sad. So we're going to go to his right eye here and just drop down and go to transform. And we'll set transform. If we drop down, we can see we've got the X and the Y. So now I'm just going to move to like, let's say 5. I'm going to copy this. So just copy these. And so we can just come to a keyframe and say Control V and paste that frame in. So right now that's going to be the same. We're not going to have any motion there. And then let's make him wink here. So I'm going to go to like frame 15, and I'm just going to animate the Y. Oh, nope, not the Y. We want the scale. So my bad. We want to go down here to the scale. So let's delete all these keyframes. We don't need them. Set the scale, and then let's go to copy these. Set those at frame 0 and also frame like 5. Okay, so we're going to make him close his eye in 10 frames. So come back to 15 here, and we will scale this Y down. And so he's going to, maybe we want the X to go out when he winks. Let's see how that looks. All right. And then let's make him open his eye back up. You can scroll with your mouse wheel here to zoom in and zoom out on your timeline. So we'll come back to, let's see, we did 10 frames, so I'll make it take 10 frames for him to open his eyeball back up. And we'll go back to, we should be able to just go to 0 on that. Oh, nope. What were you initially? Well, we can just copy this keyframe here. That'll have everything we need. There we go. So now he's going to wink. All right. And now we want to animate him changing from like yellow to red. I think we're going to make him angry first. So we will just go to the smiley and go to the fill. And we will set a transform on the color. So right now, that's the first keyframe for that. So it's going to stay the same. And let's go like, let's give him like 30 frames to get angry. Yeah, it seems about right. And I'm going to change his fill color here and make him turn to red. Maybe a little dark. Oh, that's fine. So make him change to red. Yeah, I think I'll leave him bright red. I don't know how angry that looks, but so you can see that changing. And now we need to animate his mouth, probably getting like straight lipped. So, and we want to go to the paths on the mouth. And probably want to come here and set that keyframe, and then come here. And if we click on the mouth path and go to this tool here, we should be able to click on that now. There we go. So we want to make this turn straight, so I am going to move that there, move that there, and then move both of these down. Okay, so that's our angry face. I don't know if we want to do anything with the eyes. Maybe make the eyes a little squinty. So let's go to the eye. And we can go to the path for that too and change it a little different than we would. See the eyes? Oh, I didn't convert the eyes to paths, so those are a circle. If I had converted those to paths, then they would be animatable with the splines, just like the mouth. But since I didn't do that, this is a circle, so you can see I don't really have the same tools. I can really just make the scale. So let's go to the eye. Let's just do a transform scale. And we need to come back here. And nope, we already scaled the eye. So if I turn that off and turn it back on, I would delete my other keyframes. So I really want to go to the eye here. And let's see, trans scale. We've already got a scale there on the eye, so that's fine. We're good. So come here, and we'll just make that. And we'll do that on the other eye. Now the other eye, I'd want to come here because we haven't animated the left eye. So we'll go to the left eye here, go to transform, and go to scale, set a keyframe for that, and then right here we'll make that one. Okay, so, and probably rotate it. Let's rotate it a little too. So we're going to come here and set a rotation, and then come back here and make that rotate. And we'll do the same for the right eye. Go to the rotation, come here, set the rotation, and then come here and rotate that one. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Moving the Y there, rotation, this one. There we go. So now he's angry. All right, and now let's make him sad. Okay, so we're gonna come to another 30 frames basically. And we're going to change the color again to blue. Smiley color. Make that blue. And then we're going to take his mouth. Mouth. And we're going to go back to the path for his mouth. And we're going to make this sad. And maybe move that down a little bit. And then let's make his eyes back normal. Maybe the other way. Yeah, maybe we just rotate those the other way. So we'll go to eye, rotation. We just want to make sure we have a keyframe here, which we do. And so I'm just going to rotate that the other way. That already looks a little sad. And then we'll come to the left eye. You can see how not having names here would have made that really difficult. Okay, left eye and then rotate, and we'll just make the left eye rotate that way. Oh, he looks so sad. All right, and then do we want to make it loop and have him go back to the beginning? We would have to take all our keyframes. If we wanted to make him go back to normal, we'd basically just have to take all our keyframes. Everything that we animated, so come back to here, that's yellow. We'll just take that. And we'll come to, let me just zoom out. So that's our sad guy, and then let's make him go back to happy again. So paste that in, and then we just kind of need to do that for all our keyframes. Just grab this first one here, and just paste that here. I think I can just Control C and Control V, and it's going to paste it in the beginning there. So really, I could grab this whole column probably. There we go. So now he's going back to happy. Oh, looks like on the sad one, I think we need to, since we're going back to happy there. Actually, that kind of does look sad. I was gonna say, so we didn't put another keyframe for the squint here, which is why the eyes kind of got rounded, but I kind of like that. So right now we're only at 150 frames or so. We're at 135. So we can just change this to 135 for our total. 135 for our total animation. Now we can play that, and why did you cache? And why are you not playing? Normally you can just play that here and it'll play. Maybe it's because my playhead is at the end. Yeah, let's go to the beginning. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's not playing here. Well, we can preview it in the browser. I'm obviously doing something wrong here. Stop. That's back there. Come back to the beginning. Play. There we go. Okay, so not the greatest animation, but he winks, and then okay. So if we wanted to fix that wink and make it look a little better, there are some really good tools here for your curves and path. Basically, right here you've got a curve editor, and so we could come look at that and go to his right eye. And go to his scale on his right eye. And so this is the scale animation on his right eye. So we could take one of these, and there is a way to make that into a curve where we can, right down here. So we can change that to a curve, and they've got the handles, corner nodes, smooth nodes. So we can basically click here, and that's going to change. We can make it like ease in. So wink fast or slow. So I'm just going to drag over this so you can kind of see what's happening there. So now it's kind of smoothing out to where he comes, to where he opens his eye back up. Same thing here. If we wanted to, we could make that, we could go corner node. Where is the corner node? I just saw it. Corner node there, so we could have it stay the same. And we could make it, stay that way longer and then be a quicker, wink out. Anyway, so this does allow you to control that. I'm going to go to corner node for that one and make it change speed. This is kind of a bad example to really see what that's doing. But you do have really good controls here for how, it progresses from one keyframe to the next. But anyway, so we've got a little smiley face. To save this, we can just file export this as a SVG, and I'm just going to export, call it smiley anim.svg, save to our desktop, and then if we go take a look at this, open with we can open it with any browser. So here is that animation playing in a browser. And we do have a background on that animation. We could go change that. But if we look at the file sizes here, our original SVG was 2.3K. Our animated SVG is 8K or 8.4K. So other things we could do with this is we could import or export it as a PNG sequence if we wanted to use it in a video and have it on top, have it have transparency where we could move it around. Or we could export it as a video. To export it as a video, we would just come here to Q and we would add basically an export to our queue. So that's our scene 0, and we can drop this down and go to scene properties and go to format. They also have, I think, profiles, so video, PNG images. So let's just say do that as a video. And then it shows us where that's going to go. I'm just going to save that to the desktop, home desktop. All right. So now it's going to go to my desktop as untitled MP4, and then let's just call it smiley. I want to let me change that. Let's call it smiley.mp4. Okay, save, and then we can add a another scene here. I'm just going to go ahead and render that. So it just rendered that to my desktop as a video file. We can go take a look at that. And that other file we made, this SVG would open in Firefox or any web browser, not just Chrome. And here's our MP4 video. Just open that with VLC. So we just made a video of that. And then let's do it as a sequence as well, so we can put it on top of our video. So we'll just go add a profile, or go to profiles and go to PNG images. And so right now that's going to go to my desktop. That's going to make a bunch of images. It's going to make 135 images. Sure, I'll just let it do that. Let's see. Yep. That's what I want. Render. Oh, I need to turn it back on. It turned it off once it rendered the scene. Then it unselected it. But I do also want my background here to be, I don't want to have a background. So I want my background to be transparent for that if I'm going to render it as a PNG sequence. So render. There we go. Now we're going to have a bunch of images on our desktop. So I'm going to take all of these. I'm just going to make a new folder. create a new folder called Smiley sequence. And then I'm going to take all those PNGs and drop it into here. All right, and so now we've got a image sequence that we could bring in, and I'm gonna do that right now. So you'll see him spinning on this animation, you'll see him spinning next to me here. But basically that's it. So friction is super fun, super cool. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have fun making animations in friction. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have fun animating. Bye.